This is CJ's Montana Sapphire. It's all about the color, which, if you stick around, might really surprise you. Here's a tour of the untreated original rough as we received it. Soon, we'll get into the detailed evaluation, mapping cracks, color, and inclusions. First thing, we've got to sort out this big crack, then map the color. The crack is more extensive than it might at first appear. Here I'm going to mark out the deeper parts of the crack. You can watch them as we tip the stone and see how far they go. Now let's tip the stone and map the crack around the side, here, to get an idea of exactly where it goes, what part of the stone is going to be removed. As we tip it around, it almost makes a smiley face where it's cutting off this large chunk. There's nothing we can do about it. That's just Mother Nature. We keep tipping the stone and mapping the crack, little by little, all the way around, to make sure we know exactly where it goes. Further. At a certain point, we start looking at the reflection off the inside of the crack, here. That's another way of tracking it in 3 dimensions. And here's the final edge, leading back to the top. As we tip the stone around, we also see strong directions and weak directions of color. This is weak. And as we rotate the stone, we can see that this direction has stronger color. That's because corundum is directional in color. In this direction, strong again. When we flip the stone over, we can see the crack again at the top, reflecting here. See it? Now, the strong direction of color again. Let's do an immersion study. This allows us to look inside the stone at this beautiful flash of silk. This is the other side of the stone, again highlighting the zoned color and how important it's going to be to capture it. This bright flash you're seeing here is actually another view of the crack. As we tip the stone, we can see the crack flashing brightly behind the silk. There's a lot going on inside this stone. What a show. And this is the edge of that crack. And if you look at the silk carefully, you can see straight lines here. The rutile is forced into these lines by the internal structures of the sapphire crystal. Creates a really wonderful show when we turn it in the light. No matter how many times we look at this, it's always exciting. It's always unique. Here's another view showing a study of the crack. Here. And as we move the stone, you can see the light beams playing through the silk near the bottom here. Just another way to see this fantastic, beautiful Montana Sapphire. Here's the pavilion as we've carved it down to make sure we have room to get under this crack. We can also see the color zoning here and how that intense yellow is right in the bottom of the stone, right where we want it. Now we can see a polished girdle looking into the side of the stone. This lets us make our final check on the crack to make sure that we're going to put the crown underneath it. No cracks in our finished stone. We can also see the silk, clouds of silk, as we're looking through the side. They're here. We can also notice the original blue that we saw is just a thin area below the gold. As we rotate the stone around, we can anticipate, maybe wonder, what's the finished stone going to look like? We got 89 points of weight, and here is the reveal. An incredible metallic golden color with little flashes of natural silk. If you have questions, leave a comment or question below. If you like the video, give us a thumbs up and maybe share it with friends. Remember to subscribe to the channel so you'll always get notice of our new videos. Thanks for watching.